Is it legal for a mortuary to want a power of attorney before cremating my dad? We are all in agreement. They say they are charging us for refrigeration until then. Insurance is already paid for everything. I think they want the remainder insurance money. Well, here's the dealio. Next of kin have to all agree before someone gets cremated, right? And you say you're all in agreement. Who is all? I'm guessing that's all the kids, right? And you said your dad, so it'd be your siblings. Now, your dad could have done a designation of funeral representative, which is a standard thing for us. Whenever we're putting people through the process, we always do a designation of funeral representative so that we don't have to have everybody sign off. It's one person chosen by dad, chosen by you, with your kids, who gets to decide that. So we don't get into, they were just refrigerating my body and, to collect the rest of the insurance money, or, somebody gets a certain kind of religion that tells them that cremation is bad, which I don't know any religion that thinks it's bad. I mean, I'm not aware of it. Anyway, maybe there is, or some strains of some sects of SECTS of religions that think it's bad. Well, okay, fine, that's possible, right? So then you want to make sure that you don't designate that person who doesn't like what it is you want to be your funeral rep, all right? And the problem is it leads to impasse when you can't get all the kids to sign off. Next thing you have to do is, if you got impasse, now you got to go to probate court, get an order. It's a mess. So you don't want that either. In the meantime, it is legal for the mortuary because they've got to get unanimous consent of the next of kin, right? They got to, if you don't do the document, you don't do the designation of funeral representative, now all your kids got to sign off. Thanks a lot, Dad. Gave us one more thing to fight about. That was great. Or you designate the funeral rep and now nobody fights. But the mortuary, are they morticians, I guess? Yeah, like mortician. Anyway, the funeral director isn't doing this to milk you, to milk the insurance policy. They're doing it because legally they can't cremate somebody unless they've got the authority, unless they've got legal authority, and they can't get that unless all the kids sign off. Now, interestingly, we did a designation of funeral rep for my dad, my own father, and we had to circulate the approval. We all agreed. We didn't have any issue with it. So they email you something and you click on the thing and electronically agree. But there's 8 of us. That's kind of unusual to have that many people have to sign off. But we all signed off on it because we knew what Dad wanted. It was what he had agreed for Mom. So, it was no big deal. But he had done the designation of funeral rep. It was just he was down in Florida, and Florida wouldn't accept an out-of-state designation. So one more thing to be thinking about. Okay, if you're in a different, you get your estate plan done here, the basics are going to work wherever you go. But sometimes there's things like designation of funeral representative that you might want to take another look at. Okie doke.